Still the same.
Well, it's the same opening, but it's not. This is my holiday music, and this is probably the last time. Oh, you're not even hearing.
I can hear you in person.
No, this is my holiday intro. This is the New Year review. We are closing in. What is this? What is the day? Wednesday? Anyone?
I don't know
Wednesday.
what the days are anymore.
Yeah, today's Tuesday, right?
What's the difference?
Well, no, and New Year's is Friday. So we're 3 days out from New Year's. And I've been thinking about how to do a New Year's show for a few weeks now. And I realized that 2020 is going to be remembered by Corona by everyone. So instead of just doing like a year in review,
I would like to say that we've all been tested and we're all in our little cubicles here.
Yes, and that's welcome Andy Kozel to Studio 51. Two of my favorite people
I just tested negative
in studio.
I'm looking over his test
Andy,
results right now.
Andy
Good, cool.
Kozel,
Check.
Courtney Scheuerman. Yes, there
My
you go,
test
the
results.
Courtney cam.
Cool. Thank you.
Yes, we are. We try to be as COVID safe as possible here. I discuss it all the time at great lengths on the show. And to everyone, being safe is extremely important. But instead of just
Sex
talking,
too.
Yeah, but a lot of things are important. But instead of just talking about COVID this year, like the year in review, the one rule that I put with all the guests, because I feel like I'm probably going to do a 2 or 3 part series where everyone that comes in is going to they're going to have different things that they remember the year by. I narrowed it down to about.
But wait,
So
first
we're
let's-
not the only end of the.
Well, no,
Your
because
show?
but I think I'm going to do no because I asked because I didn't know yesterday when I asked Andy, I didn't know if he was going to be available and say yes or you, but I also wanted to get a few other people's opinions, but I can only do 3 people in
He
here.
coaxed us to
right
come because he
now.
has the new Traeger grill and he cooked.
Well, see, I haven't even explained what this. Okay, first off, yes, thank you Traeger, thank you Vapor Brothers, thank you Alpha Dog Poop Bags. These are all sponsors of the show. And I don't get anything monetarily from them, but they've all given me a lot of free stuff.
That Traeger grill's fucking like $3,000.
Well, it's about $1,000. Plus, I had to give them my time and
I mean,
energy.
who are you?
And
Who are you, Obama?
So busy right now.
I'm a representative of the Traeger brand. I have not yet done a meat show, which is also why I asked
But
Court.
you coaxed me in here because you cooked fish for me.
Well, not just fish. I also cooked tri-tip.
How do you? Here's the one thing too, because I want to go and lose weight for the new year. I gain a lot of weight,
You
but
don't look like you gained a lot of weight.
yeah, well,
I
wearing
have.
dark
I'm
clothes.
substantially.
But I want to cook fish every day, but it stinks. How do you
smell-
cook? Maybe
No.
salmon.
Yeah, a light, mild fish. Bake it.
Well, don't you think my place smells of fish right
Fresh.
now?
Won't smell. I don't think it smells like fish.
You don't?
No, but his grill's outside. I'm saying in my little apartment, if I cook fish every day, I'm gonna smell like fish, right?
I don't think so.
Well, okay.
Does it depend which fish it is?
This is
Because I don't think salmon
Yeah,
stinks as much
definitely.
as like cod or something.
Well, I just cook
You don't
sea
think
bass.
salmon does?
No, salmon stinks, doesn't it?
Salmon stinks. Yeah,
Fuck,
that's
man.
a smelly fish.
Do you know that's all I can smell right now is fish? Just in Studio 51, this is the fishiest place in
So
Hollywood
we're just
right now.
destined to eat meat. Because the one time I stopped eating meat, I gained fucking 20 pounds. Because
I
there's
thought
nothing.
you lost weight when you.
Well, I mean, we're drinking too, but there's nothing else to eat.
I mean,
See, this
What do you eat? What do you eat when you're not besides fish? You just eat beans, but
Well, this
it's so
right now,
it's so
every
carby.
kind of
This
fake
is a
meat.
great
Fake
question.
Chicken nuggets, fake bacon, fake sausage.
But it's
There's
all
everything.
processed,
It's
isn't it?
the worst. It's the worst, like in the calories. Okay, see, I wanted to do a vegan show. This is totally not the year in review yet, but
This guy's got like 500 shows going.
I know.
well, no, it's all under one thing.
He's got a
And-
vegan show.
Well, no, I wanted Courtney to be because I have a few people who they're a little busy right now, but to come in and
So we got
vegan
us.
people. So and they'll actually cook on the smoker vegan stuff.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, and
bring
then
me into
and then
that
we
one.
can have a show where we try some vegan things, smoked and whatnot. But I think the value of not eating meats is good every once in a while. But I, as you can tell by my stomach, love to eat meat.
Well, you were
And,
making meat for before this Traeger grill. Probably the reason they gave it to you for this whole effing year. He has that little grill outside. I'm like, dude, enough meat. He's like, well, I got this 5-pound brisket in the fridge. I got to get rid of. I was thinking about cooking that tonight, and I was like, dude, enough, man. Your cholesterol's through the roof.
No, it's not bad. I get my blood checked every year.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. This year started out this year, like I've known you guys, I'm guessing at 9-10 years now ish. Yeah. And this year started out with a lot of promise. I think a lot of years do, right? Like January.
This year started off strong.
Yeah, I thought, but Kobe passed in January. And then doesn't that seem like so long ago?
It was February, wasn't it?
January 26th, I believe.
Oh,
January 26th, yes. Because I wrote down, I tried to limit the things that I'm going to remember this year by to about 50. You know, I know.
But you said don't remember it's personal stuff.
It can be personal. It could be.
We're not just going to do a run through of like.
No.
And then, there was,
My dog had diarrhea.
Well, no, like.
And then COVID hit. Remember COVID? And people are like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Well, no. So many things have happened this year that I think are getting overlooked because of the severity of COVID, because how much COVID has affected and been pervasive in every walk of life.
Yeah, well, I mean, this year, nobody has experienced, in our lifetime, something like this. So with all of the bad that's happened, a shit ton of good has also happened.
Absolutely, and that's what I want to bring up, because there has been not only good but memorable things that have happened this year, things that are going to affect me for the rest of my life. Like this show. This show has been in my brain for more than half of my life. I've been thinking
I want the audience to know that this is you got to see this studio in real life. It's really amazing what he's done with this place.
Well, I mean, I worked in
these lights and just the props and just
and those
it looks professional. It's better than Rogan's studio.
Well, those aren't props. This is just the shit that I collect throughout my course of living. Like I have a lot of stuff that I've collected.
A lot of knickknacks.
Well, from either my travels or my adventures.
Big tchotchke guy.
Yeah, I like. Yeah. I see things, and it works out perfectly in the studio. But
you're just a man of the world.
Yes, I would agree, but I'm also I get.
When he was deep sea diving.
No, that was actually.
Didn't you go to Italy and drop shrooms in a wine field and scare everybody?
Yes, I did. Well, it was LSD.
Or LSD? And you scared all these strangers away?
Well, no, it wasn't strangers. These were the other people on LSD. But
that was last year. Last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got emotional, and I was dirty in the wine. I didn't realize how dirty I was. I got emotional, started crying, and there were these giant lines down because the dirt.
See, this is what the public wants to hear. I do want to hear this.
The dirt had gotten so packed on my face, and there were these lines from the tears. So I was emotional about my father. I was emotional about tons of things. About that I hadn't done this show yet, whatever.
And that was 2020.
Yeah, so I go back in. No, that was 19. Oh. That was last year. So I go back in to hang out, and people are looking like, what the fuck? Because it almost looked professionally done. Like the mud lines down
the
my
LSD
back.
crow.
Yeah, very much. But I still am in touch with a few of those people, and they think the show's hilarious. I'm like, you barely speak English.
People that you scared in Italy?
Yeah. I mean, well, I didn't. It was a small scare. It wasn't like terrified type of scare.
And then were you supposed to get a girl's number that was hot and your phone died?
Well, no, I mean that happened. That story is
I love throwing these at him.
That is a story that's happened throughout the course of my life. Like that's not just
the girl that could have been.
But this year, no. To me, I think this year, there's this show and Hazel. Those are the two things in 10 years that I'm gonna remember. Like it really changed
Hopefully
my life.
Both of them will still be around.
Well, Hazel the dog. For those of you who don't know, I rescued a dog from the LaBelle Foundation this year. I did it in March, which is really early, COVID considering, because I got COVID. Oh no, she was born March 16th, and I got her 8 weeks after that, after her born. So April-ish, May.
It feels like you've had her a lot longer than that.
Well, yeah, I mean, considering she's
So you had
60
COVID, you had
pounds.
COVID like in January, and then
March.
and now you do like a thing every week where you're in some. They're testing you or something for
Well,
your
not
antibodies?
anymore.
Okay.
Not anymore. I had no antibodies, but in March I had COVID. I was performing at Wise Guys with Michael Q.
Utah, right?
Just 2-man show. We were. I was deathly ill. This is like I was 100 degrees, but the show must go on at that time.
Cool. So you spread it. Got it.
Yeah.
I
You were a
admit.
spreader.
I admit. But the thing is,
You didn't know at the time.
no, you didn't know. I was just like, it's sick, like whatever, And that was the day when Rudy Gobert, the Utah Jazz, he gets up and touches those microphones, like, oh, COVID's no big deal.
Yeah.
And then they canceled that basketball game, and the world changed. And then I flew home, that night just to get me on a flight. And I flew home. I isolated for basically 2 months, and that's when the weight started. And then my weight gain also this year. Like I'm at my heaviest I've ever been in my life is 220.
Was that when did you step on that dog in the audience?
No, I didn't step on a dog. I dodged a dog and broke.
How weird is
Was
this?
it?
He fucking broke his ankle coming off a stage in a
Well, it was
comedy
my
club,
foot.
and he's like, he saw
My
a big dog. He goes, "Ugh!" I was like,
okay. At the West Palm Improv,
Wait, when was this?
probably 2 years ago, maybe 3 now. Okay, so at the West Palm Improv, when you're on the stage, you can't really see anything, like because it's so removed from the audience.
Yeah.
And there was no seeing eye dog to the right of the stage when I got on the stage. Okay, it was not there. And when I got off the stage, it looked like it was a small. All you could see was the eyes. It looked like a small person.
Under the table.
Yeah, like under the table. I missed the step, broke my foot.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, thank you very much. I have to say, yeah, that's not the year in review again, but
we're buttering them up. For
no. But that being said, I am now an ex-comedian, and better for it. I don't consider myself a comedian. I don't know when I'm going to work again. I have no idea.
But
You're everybody's an ex everything.
Well,
You're
then,
gonna say that.
if they consider that, how many
comedian
people?
is a lifestyle. Like this is doing comedy. Things change.
Well, see, that's an
Stand-up comedy is not even a fucking thing if you think about it. No. It's a person getting on stage and telling jokes. It's not a job. It's not like something you go to school for. It's just like that's who you are.
But see, this is how delusional.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless you go to Greg Wilson.
Let's go to Greg Wilson.
Right.
The Greg Wilson on Instagram.
Which he's probably
He's no longer. I think he's.
He's probably one of the better
Rodriguez now.
people doing it.
So, I was so delusional. I thought that if I just kept grinding, I was going to be able to just make it as a comedian, like just doing comedy.
You really thought that?
That's how delusional.
No,
yes.
I mean, you thought if I just keep grinding.
Yes,
That was what you would.
I would. I believed, and I was that just all in, and so one of the things that I've fallen victim to throughout my life is doing too many things.
Yeah.
And so I really
pots spinning.
Well, yeah, I mean, but the thing is,
too many lids spinning, plates.
Plates.
But I focused on comedy because I had.
Pots, that's why it never happened.
Yeah, because pots, you can't spin pots.
Well, you could.
You're trying to spin pots, you're supposed to spin plates.
If you go to the halftime of the game, those guys spin everything. The halftime of the games, they spin everything. The guys who spin plates and whatnot.
Remember when we went to the game to start this year?
Oh my God, that was
that should have been the preamble to everything.
That actually was the opening of this year.
That was the first day of the year.
I was out of my fucking gourd.
So we went to. Yes.
Well, we went to a party and I did too much.
No. This was the next day.
Ecstasy? No, but then it was, you're still going. I'm like, I want to sleep for about 7 days. And Brian goes, no, we're going to go to the fucking Laker game. And I was still up. And I was like, what? And all my friends were like, come on, Andy. And they're shoving more shots down my throat.
We went to El Coyote.
Oh, yeah.
For dinner.
That's right. Okay.
And I remember Pete Holmes walking up to the table going, is he okay? He was there with his wife and his kids. Get the fajitas.
Yeah, you asked him what Pete Holmes comes up. The very funny comedian.
He was eating there with his family.
Yeah, and Andy said he was in he almost got in the Sharon Stone booth. What was that about the?
Was that the?
No,
booth
because
The
it was
Sharon
at El
Tate
Coyote.
booth?
That's where Sharon Tate went before she was killed.
Okay, that's what.
So, but I was so out of my fucking mind that I kept telling Pete, going, "Hey man, are you back there in the Sharon Stone booth?" And like he's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "The fucking Sharon Stone booth, dude."
and then you tried to explain it to him. He's like, "No, almost got it."
So then right after that, you should have taken me home.
Yes, and then after that, it was us three, Mira Kay, Steve Ladden. We go to the Lakers Phoenix Suns. Yeah, that was right around.
Who gets tickets on January 1st for the Laker game?
This guy.
Isn't everyone just hung over?
Was that what new? Because I didn't go out last New Year's Eve. Yeah, last New. I don't think I went out at all.
Oh, you didn't?
I don't believe so.
So they barely let me in. We're sitting in these.
Andy kept. Yes, you were afraid you were going to get arrested. We're like, for what, Andy? What are you doing? They're just gonna know. They're gonna.
And then I talked the whole time. These poor people sitting.
The entire game.
Talked the entire game, and these poor people sitting right at my knees
And we
in front of
kept
us.
switching people off to sit next to you.
See, the Lakers thing was my first note for us to talk about. It's just, I was gonna say like that was a crazy time because that was right before COVID. That was right before Kobe died.
Yeah.
Like that was the whole world was totally different. And that was January 1st.
And this New Year's, I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah, I'm not going. Yeah. No. I don't
Just
know
to do
what.
a 180.
I don't know what people would do. I've heard of like underground things. You guys heard about?
Doing so much underground shit out here.
Have you heard of the
It's
underground?
mostly the kids.
It is. Like the young.
Like I watched The Real
Persians.
Housewives, and all those people got it because they have their kids snuck out to parties, and
Oh, really?
yeah, aren't you watching it?
No, I've never seen
Real
it.
Housewives of Orange County.
And their kids got
so they're
it.
they're showing that they filmed the whole time, but they filmed like in quarantine.
Oh.
But they're all like crying to each other on FaceTime, going like, "My fucking kids gave it to me. They snuck out." And the kids like, no, kids don't show symptoms really. So the kids are going, "Sorry, mom." And she's like, "I have lung problems. You're gonna kill me." They're like, "Ma, you're being dramatic." It's like,
And this is not the Shaw's one, right? I feel like they would get like because they have all.
I feel like
the
nobody.
kids that do the parties.
Yeah,
No,
maybe.
seriously,
I don't know. I've never seen it.
there's
I've seen it all.
this place is getting sued downtown LA. They were
For
doing
having underground shit?
yeah, all the time. Like the city's suing them for money for all kinds of stuff. They got shut down, and the promoter basically found out that somebody texted them an LA Times article. It was like, is this serious? You like had no idea.
Well, some things are
crazy.
assholes, like fucking Florida, dude. It's like they are just like they're being worse than they were before.
Yeah.
They're like everyone's like making out in the bars. Like you weren't making out that much before, like they're like having these parties with like just. I mean, it's really crazy down there. Wild West.
It's always crazy down there. It's
But what we love to do in this country, it's always like they're kind of like, oh yeah, it's even worse.
I don't get why LA is such an epicenter though. That's the thing. Like
Because everyone's coming from all over because it's nice here, so all the tourists are coming.
It's the traveling.
It's the
Yeah,
traveling.
it
All
has
these people
to
are like,
be
well, we're going to
because-
take it from our fucking hick towns and bring them up here because it's winter now. So we're going to go to LA and like fucking walk because there's still a lot of people walking around with Mount Mass, like on Runyon Canyon and all the parks. And you can just tell they're not from here.
Yeah.
No.
They're just like assholes.
now you guys think like I think that these airports are definitely super spreader places. Like they have to be.
Yeah, I'm not flying anywhere.
There's no way they're not.
Yeah.
I've only really hung out with like a handful of people this whole time, really, I think.
Well, no, the whole
Yeah,
like
it's been the same.
this year, I'm definitely going to remember it by some of the friendships that were made and lost because of COVID.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was
one of mine, too.
Definitely one of mine is like it really made very clear to me, which I think especially in comedy for comics, the lines get very blurred of like who's a friend and who's an acquaintance. Like it became very clear like who my friends are, and that circle became tighter, and who.
Yeah, when you can't do anything for anybody, they're kind of like, all right, later, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you don't even like talk to me, or write me back. That's what comics like to do. comics are such pieces of shit, and you really know who there's only like maybe 20% that are nice people, but the rest are just such fucking like, you'll write them just like, hey man, what was that post? What was that song? Nothing. You know, it's like they won't even write you back because you can't do shit for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? They won't even write you back as a friend. Yeah. But also on my list with that about women too, where like I've noticed that they're like a lot of the women were kind of like really getting Trumpy, and like these girls that I've been with, you know, that I'm like, oh my. Or just like they're like, yeah, they're coming out with their crap about like fuck this, and I'm like, I kind of dodged that bullet. Like I didn't know how like shitty under wraps they were. Yeah. You know, I'm like, oh, you were shitty this whole time.
I think where people stand has like
really like you're like borderline, you're kind of racist, and you're kind of like spreading this. Well, I mean, I don't want to get into it.
Well, no, the political climate this year
girls
got very divisive. Very divisive.
A lot of them were their new boyfriends. I learned that were like kind of really Trumpy, like, and then they fouled them. Yep. And I've seen that a lot too, where it's like, oh my god, you flipped. You were like liberal fucking as hell, and now you're like posting this shit because your boyfriend, or your girlfriend's putting this in your head. You know, I don't like people that don't have their.
See, the thing is, we are so isolated here in LA.
That don't stand for something.
They don't stand for something. It's like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to fall in love. So that's my biggest thing. So all my views are out the window. Like, I guess I got to go with him because it's security or it's, it's. Yeah. We should do a love show, Brian.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Can we do a love show with Andy Kozel?
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely.
And we're going to get to the bottom of shitty fucking people.
Well, relationships are hard in general, but when you mix politics into anything, it becomes it becomes much more difficult. Okay,
well, you can't have a relationship with somebody unless you're on the same moral.
The exact same, like Chris Rock said, two crackheads, they're going to be together.
Yeah, that's you know. I don't remember what you're referring to.
Chris Rock, remember, he's like, if you're a crackhead and one's not, it ain't gonna work. Yeah. Remember, he's like, you both got to be crackheads.
Now, that's very funny. Now,
a little bit.
I would say, I would. Okay, what do you guys think about this? The Coinbase, the place where you buy and sell Bitcoin, they did a policy this year that says, okay, if you work for us, no posting anything politics. No.
Well, we talked about this.
Yeah. Okay. No posting about nothing. It's all work. And if you don't want, if that's too much for you to handle, we'll give you 6 months severance. Go and make your post.
I agree with them.
Yeah.
Of course.
What would you do if you worked there?
So what are they saying? Like on your personal Instagrams?
Yeah, like on your personal, Bitcoin was just like on your personal Instagram, we don't want you posting like Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
like,
but then you could, I guess you can make it private, but what do you want it private for if you're not going to?
Yeah.
If you're going to be.
But was that the argument that you couldn't do it at work?
Yeah. Well, no, but.
No, that's what it was. No, they didn't mind if you posted on your own personal like Instagram page, but they at work they didn't want you discussing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like Black Lives Matter, or like putting signs up like near your personal.
No
things.
Protesting.
Oh, yeah. I see. Yeah, I see that
because it could offend somebody who doesn't agree with you at work.
Yeah, but the thing is, some of these companies have really taken the social justice lane. Now it's like we're like the do-gooders, like.
Yeah.
But it gets
dicey.
No, it fucks
dicey.
Fucks up productivity.
Well, absolutely.
You're not going to be like, oh my god, well, fucking Courtney won't shut up, and we're not getting anything done because she's coming in the boardroom and like or Brian's doing this, and be like, we got to stop this because everything was so heated. It wasn't just like, hey man, who's the president? No, it was like
leave the politics out of work.
It was World War III,
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were close to World War III just by the way this election went down. I mean, people stormed.
You guys like January 6th is still yet to come.
January isn't 20th, or is it January 6th?
5th.
5th? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Is it 5th?
Isn't it the 6th?
It's Georgia.
Well, it's between the 5th and the 20th. I can assure you.
The 12th?
I can assure you of that.
It's the 12th? I thought it was the 5th.
I thought it was the 20th.
I love how Brian doesn't edit the show either, so it's just going to be us looking at a phone.
I know.
Well, no, this is
Don't you have a fact check board there?
Well, yeah, I do, but so does she have a phone? You know, like, of course I got a fact check board.
It's the 20th.
Is it 20th?
I thought so. I'm usually not wrong.
What's the 5th? Well, I was just reading something before I left. It said the 5th.
Yeah. See, I told you it was the 20th, January 20th.
Inauguration day.
Yes,
you know what it was? Is that other presidents have been sworn in.
Wait, what are you talking about? You're talking about fucking sworn in?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking.
20th.
I thought you were talking about the Georgia election on the 5th or whatever. That's gonna switch the Senate. That's what I thought you were talking about. That was the big. That's going to be the big thing, right?
Oh, here we go. Now we're gonna pull this on
Anybody?
the screen.
Is this thing on?
I think it's the day that.
No, the day fuck.
Andy, you're fucking
This is this is the famous Laker game
And they kept giving me booze.
from last year on the
I don't remember that.
screen. Yes, there we
I'm
go.
not even in that picture.
Yeah, you wouldn't get in it.
Oh
You were
yeah, you
standing
there.
behind the camera, behind the person taking the photo, and we're like, Andy, get in it, and you were like, no.
No,
I didn't want any evidence.
What about this jacket though?
I still have it. It's kind of cool, but I'm,
It's a
Yeah.
nice jacket.
I'm too
Well, it
fat.
looks-
I'm like
it-
20 pounds heavier than that. Fuck, man.
This jacket looks a little like the Back to the Future one, doesn't it?
I
Where
like that. I
Marty
bought
McFly,
because
yeah.
I bought it in Chicago. It was like $50 down from like
That's
200 in the Water Tower Place.
This is after the
Oh,
game
man.
here. This is a famous artistic photo. This is a famous.
Of me fucking out of my gourd.
This is the year in
night that never
review.
ended.
The
Yeah,
year in review.
This is how it all started.
Yes, and then last year we did a show right around this time.
It was like,
The night
His-
before.
Yes.
look,
Look at it.
On actual New Year's,
Yes.
we did
look how thin Brian was too.
the Brea Improv.
We're all thin
Or
there.
was
Huh?
it Irvine?
Well, yeah, I mean, I gained weight. Like,
I gained 20 pounds.
this year has been very hard on me because I was a gym. Like, I would regularly go to the gym, and I knew I could.
It was that middle one with the mirror.
Yeah, let's see here. This one? Yeah, see, we're outside.
Trying to focus on
No.
the security guard.
right.
standing.
That's when we were at the bar
Yes.
at halftime.
Now, I believe I'm going to get my weight back. Like,
What's your plan?
the gyms have to open. First I got to get my hernia
But
fixed.
see, this is what I don't understand.
Brian got a hernia too.
Okay, you have to get your hernia fixed.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing because you can't do any movement until then. But there, right now, people saying that the gyms aren't open. You don't need a gym.
I got my bands.
Well, I was
They
a
really
big,
work.
I was a big
Wait, you also
steamer.
got weights too, didn't you?
But
We got one weight.
I sent it back because it was
Oh,
too
you did?
expensive.
Oh, yeah.
$300 I thought for two dumbbells, and he goes, "No, this is for one." I was like, "Get the
One?
fuck out
So-
of here, dude!" I
And
sent it
how
back.
much?
Insane.
$300?
No, how much was the weight?
It was just one of those ones where you can like click, for a.
Oh, and it was different.
But it wasn't the Bowflex one. That's like the high end one. It was like the fucking cheapy knockoff, and the knockoff was $300.
And it was just one dumbbell.
One dumbbell. It came and I was like, "Where's the other box?"
How's
He
that
goes,
not regulated? How is that not?
"Because that's the biggest thing that happened too. Is all the weights, all the workout equipment went up this year too."
Well, I mean, so did toilet paper and hand sanitizer.
Yeah, because all
But
these
they
people are
regulate
selling their home
that.
gyms and then taking all that profit and making better gyms. It's fucking assholes. I hate fitness people.
Well,
Even though we're fitness people, just people just like,
what the year in review, Peloton, all of a sudden everybody who thinks they're cool's got one of those. What do you think about that shit?
I don't. I used to. My friend Allison, who worked at Cycle House, she's a comic. She would let us do free classes, but then I was getting nervous
I'm
because
not
like
into cycling.
I'm not either because it's like because
It's
the
too
guy,
much compression on the balls for
Yes.
me. Like, I can't
and people say
do
no,
it.
it's not. I'm like, it is, man. That's where your capillaries to your blood to your penis go, and if you're constantly on that thing, it damages them, and you get ED.
I mentally tune out after doing the same motion for even after 10 minutes. I'm like, I got to do something else.
Yeah, I
It's
mean we
just
have
the
running
repetitive-
canyon. I just run up that hill. You know, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it's too much. Like, I've actually felt the bruising in the inner
I
thighs.
have
and
too.
don't-
I couldn't do it anymore.
I can't imagine how many people
That's why I don't have a
are
bike.
going to get testicular cancer
Oh my God.
because of Peloton.
Well, he got it from steroids.
No, that
Lance
may be a
Lance
stretch.
Armstrong.
That may be a Moreno theory
But
right there.
well, no, it
but,
could be.
Yeah, but
Anytime you're damaging something, the cells build up. Or is
Okay,
that true?
but in all reality, the basics: running, walking,
Yeah, you
Well,
just gotta get out there.
my
Did
ankle.
You actually don't need any tools to work out.
you say burpees?
And
Burpees, push-ups. I'm being dead
Yeah,
serious.
of course.
It's literally the best
But you
workout
went
that you
running,
could possibly
walking,
do.
burpee, like Oklahoma drill. Like there's
Dude,
something in between.
I was doing Orange Theory, dude. Orange Theory is all burpees.
That's where two people just ram into each other.
Burpees.
Yeah, but Brian, you were injured, and it's like you weren't doing anything, and you're eating all this fucking meat, dude. Like enough.
No,
He's eating
no,
brisket every
no,
day.
Brisket
no, do you
every
understand?
day.
No, I'm not eating brisket every day. The problem is after midnight. After midnight, I do like I have gorged myself. I'll wake up
You're
sometimes.
a night eater?
Yeah, well, if I just take one bite of something, there's a crack in the dam, and
You're like Steve. You gotta just quit buying snacks. Don't buy the shit. You won't eat it.
I have. And well,
This fucking.
It doesn't sound like snacks.
It's like
are
craft
prevalent.
services in there, dude. What?
It's a whole fucking damn turkey.
Yeah, dude. The kitchen's like craft services, man. I'm walking in. There's like fucking chocolate bar. Who eats chocolate at fucking? They're almost 40.
there's no chocolate.
He apologized that there was only one side, like multiple times. He was like, "I'm so sorry. There's only one side."
Well, because you know why? Because the one time he goes, Andy, I'm making food. Come over. It was like
There were no sides.
there was no
and I
sides.
Never.
He just made one big piece of fucking meat, and I go, "Where are the sides at?" And he's like,
No, they came over the
I'm just not
day
gonna eat-
after they were invited, and all the sides had been eaten.
Oh, it was leftover.
Amir,
It was
yes,
leftover day.
Amir and Andy. They're like, we're excited about the sides, not just the meat.
"Man, I would have brought some over." He's like, "No, all you get is this animal, you fucking cavemen." And I was like, "I don't want to eat this shit."
Okay. Now, dead serious though. This year, both of you tell me like one thing like you guys are gonna remember in 10 years that really like that came good at it like this year. Like tell me one thing that like in 10 years you're gonna look back. And you know, because sometimes when shitty things happen, it's hard to see the good that transpires from it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So like, you know, because I don't know if it was depression, but I went through my own stuff this year, loss of identity.
yeah.
You know, and then, like I say, I don't know if it was depression, but I definitely went through my own things where it's like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I mean,
I think everyone went through that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't, that's what I'm asking, you know?
I think I hate saying this because it makes me feel really bad because I know a lot of people are suffering right now, but this was one of the best years I've had
Me too.
in a long time, like that I can remember.
I kind
This
of
was one
thrived.
Yeah. I d-
Which is weird.
I mean, like,
No,
look at
and
my
there's
hair.
nothing wrong. Well, I
I
understand
mean, my
that.
dad died like 2 weeks ago, but I thrived the rest of the year.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
kidding.
rest in peace to.
He had Alzheimer's. But I'm saying the rest of the year was like really like I kind of loved it.
Yeah.
I did a lot of my Instagram videos because I just went hardcore, bought a bunch of lights and
At
mics
Andy
and all that stuff.
Kozel, one of the funnest guys on Instagram.
But I mean, everyone
Funniest.
else was kind of like sitting there like a lot of these other comics or just everybody else was kind of like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, fucking start creating shit and like doing things. And it's like,
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
'cause
And
that's
that
why
was,
people just stick with like you said, stand up. It's like, all you can do is stand up. Yeah. So I'm just going to sit here and be mopey. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, get out there and fucking start doing things, you know? Not you,
Well-
but like everybody.
Well, no, but that's how it was with
It
me.
kind of
like,
equaled everyone out, which was cool because even the most famous people in the world were the same level because like no one could do anything. You know, like
Andy, yeah, that was such a gift when you said that because I remember when you first said that, like when shit really started getting bad, and you were like, everybody is on the same. We're on the same level as Bill Burr right now.
yeah, and like
I
Dave
was
Chappelle,
like,
you're on the same level. I mean, Dave Chappelle, but it's like he wasn't doing anything at the time. We were all just sitting in our apartments doing nothing.
Yeah,
Like so, this is a point. Was the time to like create something and put it out there because people are looking for it. You know.
yeah.
Well, one thing I will remember about this year when it comes to creatively is how uncreative certain people who I thought
That's
were
what's the
creative
thing,
are
too.
also.
Well-
Like there are certain people who I looked at, I'm like, man, like they're hitting and they're doing. And then I saw when they had a lot of their tools taken or the things that they had taken away from them, and they were forced to start over. It's like.
That's why I always said I feel
Wow,
like there's
like-
only like 20% of people that are actually funny in this business. The rest are backed by this business where it's like, wow, when everything was stripped away, you didn't have Hollywood backing you, you didn't have your agents and managers backing you. You are not funny. You have nothing. Like these people were like they weren't funny. Yeah, I was being like, wow, I thought you were way funnier than this. So like, wow, if I don't have Hazel. Oh.
She ate her stocking.
But I'm saying, you know, if you don't have all this shit back and you're like, oh my God, I'm on this show or I'm doing this, and like they were kind of like, wow, you're really not a funny person.
Yeah.
You know, you just have a look.
Yeah,
You know?
no, that's one of the things I think I really needed this time to like pause and just for everything to come to a stop, because I look back at the last 10 years and I mean, I fucking love being a comic. I do. I love as hard as the lifestyle is, I love it. And I'm glad that this is how I've spent my time. I don't think as an artist there's anything harder. But I do look at a lot of the time that I spent and I'm like, what the fuck were you doing?
Yeah,
and like I think I'd still be in it had this not happened.
Yeah, I feel like this checked everybody. Like we're different people too, or different artists, or different like you're saying. Like, how do you explain that? Like what?
Yeah.
Like we were stuck in that rut of like you said, just doing the road. You know, the number one thing with comics, I mean, we don't want to be like go off on the road and die. You know, but I feel like that's how a lot of things were going, not because of the way we are, but because of the way the entertainment business was going with all this social media and all these things. Like no one cared about, unless you were famous right there, or like getting followers and all that stuff. Like it was like you're 2-3 steps back. You know, you're just gonna do the fucking road your whole life. No one knows you because you don't have a fucking social media presence. That was the thing. Like in the old days, you would do the road and and that would get your fans. But now no one cares. You get your fans on social media, which is like fucking hard.
Yeah.
Right?
Not only do I agree with everything you're saying, Courtney, I wonder how, if this didn't happen, if the pandemic didn't happen, I just kept going down the road, if I would have just been that guy that Andy's talking about, if I would have eventually just had to, you know, my connections on the road and just become a road comedian. Like, I don't know. Like now I know, like, especially with the movie and with this show and other things, that I know that, and with Hazel, like, I'm setting more serious roots to not be a road comedian and to try my hand in things that are just comedy or
And as you get older as a comic, you're the comic. So it's like, if you don't evolve as a person,
well, and that's the thing.
Your comedy's gonna be fucking shit.
I don't know if my hand wouldn't have been forced, if I would have evolved.
Exactly.
Like the way I have. And that scares me a little bit too, because it's like something so terrible had to happen.
Because you're only as good as your last road gig or your last gig where you're like, well, I'm not going to kill myself this week because I just got off the road. That was a good time. You know, it's like, but now we're waiting for, I'm kidding, but I'm saying like, now I'm waiting for my next gig. So it's now you're just like back into that state where you're like, am I just as good as my last gigs? You know, because you're not really like doing anything. You're not, you know, you're not evolving in your brain.
Well, it's also the question that I've really been like, what, I guess I always thought I knew what the end goal was or like what I was going after. But after a while, like just, this year was supposed to be like the first year I had enough gigs booked that I didn't need like another source of income for like the first like 5-6 months. And as a comic, that's hard to get to. And even within that, it didn't feel like a win. It didn't feel like fuck yeah. Like
you're just staying afloat. You know? In your head, you know.
That was a goal to get to, and once I got there, it was still like I'm fucking losing.
That's why on Instagram, people are living their lives through Instagram, which we all are, and everyone does, because it's like it's this facade of like, I mean, especially the people that aren't not talented, or just like, I'm just gonna show my tits every single day, you know, or like that, where it's like, how long can you keep this up? Like you have to wake up every day and be like, ugh, I gotta show my boobs in a different way today. You know, it's like, I mean, that you could get suicidal with that just because it's the monotony of like, who am I? What am I doing? You know,
just talking about specifically the women who show their boobs. How many of those women actually make money?
They do. They make a lot of money, but it's like you have.
How many?
But I'm saying you got to keep that up.
You're talking about comics that show their boobs?
No,
on
Instagram,
like what you would call an influencer. How many of them really make money anymore?
But I'm saying, as an influencer though, you got to keep that up because that's your fucking money.
Because everyone's an influencer. There's no money in it anyway.
But I'm saying you if you're known as that person,
that's what I thought.
Like we're known as comics, all right? Some people are known as actors. Some are known as like, well, my whole thing, like I don't even talk. I just show my body, and it's like you have to keep that going. Because people are paying you for that. So I was saying like the monotony of like, fuck, I gotta get up and like show myself again in a different way today, like I'd be like, I'm done, dude. I can't.
Yeah.
My brain is drained. You know, I want to do something different. Like, no, this is why we're paying you. You know.
Well, and that's the thing. That's how I look at this year. Is I got forced. My hand got forced into something that, yeah, I had thought about for a long time, but I don't know if I would have ever done. And I'm thankful for Hazel. I'd considered getting a dog for 10 years.
Yeah.
And if it weren't for the pandemic, I would have never pulled the trigger the way I did.
And I had 2 scripts that were kind of like.
And you've been working tirelessly
and I finally just got both of them done in December. And it took me, you know, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to go back to these. Because, you know, they're written and scripts are never done. And you're just like, fuck, I got to fix this. It's like, what do I do? And just took that 8 months of like, you know, running it by people, getting notes. And it takes forever. But it's like, finally, I got it. And I don't think I would have got those done. And it would have been in that headspace of like just staying with these, not doing comedy, not thinking about writing jokes. Like, I'm just going to do these fucking scripts. I'm going to get this shit done. Right, you know? And the world allowed us to do that too, which that's what I like too, because like we were saying, you know, everyone's in the same boat. The world is allowing you now because of COVID to be like, okay, I can fucking,
it allows
I can sit
reset.
back. I can breathe now, and I can be like, okay, I don't have to like, oh my God, I have to go on stage tonight. I have to write more jokes. I have to do this. Like, we could breathe, and we could like, maybe something else I can do. Let's focus on this, because no one's gonna be there to be like, dude, you're not fucking getting up. You're not doing this, you know. Because in comedy, like you're always looking at this shit where, you know, people are like, I had that on there too. Like, you know, people love to talk like they're making it and they're not. You know, it's like so many times on Instagram, you're like, going to an audition, showing the sides. You're like, fucking post when you get the fucking gig. Don't post when you have the fucking sides in your hand. Like, you're only doing that because you want to fucking show people that you're making it and you're not really making it. You know?
Oh no, hold on. I have to admit, I have posted.
Have you?
A picture of myself at an audition, and I was making fun of somebody else in the audition, like fun of their shoes. But after I posted it, absolutely was literally like, was I just like, looking for validation?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Like, just to like validate, like, hey guys,
I remember
I'm still in it.
I remember a couple years ago, somebody posted the fucking, because sometimes you have auditions on like lots, you know. So like the Raleigh Studios up CBS. So I remember somebody posting the parking ticket of saying like, or like the, like
I think I know who it was.
Like your name's on there, but
Don't say Sloan.
No, I won't. Don't say it. But I mean, but I remember everyone.
She doesn't like me anymore.
But I remember everyone texting, going like, "Hey man, you're fucking the casting director's on there on that ticket. Get that fucking erase that." They're gonna be like, "You're posting this shit. It's not. You have some show that's not even put out yet. You know."
Yeah.
So it's like, everyone's like, dude, take that down. There's no reason to do this.
What do you guys think that it's going to do for like TV and movie making? Because until this next year, some of the products that's going to get put out, like there's going to be like CGI background actors. There's going to be a lot of changes in the way they shoot things.
Well, yeah, I mean, we already know right now, like, my partner is a writer and produces stuff, and the stuff that they're buying right now is like they're not taking any chances. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're open about it. I think Paramount bought like 2 projects the past 2 months.
And these are like either can't miss projects or ones where they can just film it through Zoom.
Yeah, but I thought that they were gonna do like during that pandemic, during like around the summer, so many writers were like, "Oh, we got to write about the fucking quarantine and stuff like that." And I feel like now that was stupid, because I think now people are gonna be so sick of this that like I don't want to see any shows about quarantine. Yeah. I don't want to see any
people in the fucking boxes.
Well,
I don't
want
to see people to think that's
coming of age comedy from some kid learning to make it, and
because we want to put this behind us.
Well, like the novelty of like seeing like celebrities at home and like looking in their background, you know, like, oh, this is where they.
Yeah, it's over, man. Fuck.
Well, I still just look at some of these people's backgrounds like, my God. Like, that was the best place you could put the camera. And then some of the cameras that these people use.
Yeah.
It's like you're like the CEO of Walmart.
Yeah.
And the camera you have is literally from 2002.
Yeah.
Like, it's a fuzzy. It's like Bigfoot footage.
Yeah.
Like, what? It blows me away.
I still can't get over that when I watch these crime shows. It's like 2020, and they're like, or like in the news, like, well, this guy robbed the store, but we couldn't. The place had bad cameras. Like, a good camera is like $5 now. Like, change it or don't have a camera at all.
Yeah, who has bad cameras anymore? No, okay, like that in 10 years. Because I like to think if you're not going to remember in 10 years, it doesn't really matter. You know, like in the moment, some things are like seem bigger than what they are. Yeah. And then as time passes, you know, like I'm going to remember in the pandemic, like when we first, and even now when we're doing all these news reporters at home and the interviews through these cameras, some of the shitty quality that these people.
That's what's going to stick out.
Absolutely, 100%. I watch so many talking.
Not that the Lakers and the Dodgers won the same year.
Well, no, I mean, I have all my Lakers and Dodgers stuff up here, everything. You know, like I'm thrilled. I was going to bring up the Dodgers, but.
Because this is the show about everything.
It is. God damn right. Because
Brian Moreno on everything.
Well, because
I'm never going to forget when we looked at his list.
It was like the Brian Moreno Show, and it was like every topic you could have in the world.
The show's about tofu.
Well, it will be when it's deliciously smoked. Yeah, you won't be laughing. It was almost
like, when you go... when you go on an internet thing and you're plugging in your info and then it says occupation and you click it and it goes down like a million things you could be in.
Yeah.
Accounting, agriculture. Well, and it went alphabetical order. Like, dude, pick one.
There are well, no, see, that's the thing.
Didn't you say you left off a few?
Yeah, well, quite a few.
Talk about finding your voice.
Quite a few. Well, no, it's not just, my voice is... Okay, I not only consider myself a Renaissance man, but I believe in today's world, people usually aren't just one thing.
Yeah, but you're not going to have the farmers of America tuning in your show at the fourth hour.
No, well,
go to the fourth hour for farmers.
Well, that's not my demographic. We'll talk about
seeds and.
You got to pick a lane. You got to pick a lane.
No, this is the Brian Moreno Show.
Does anybody on your does any of your fans say pick a lane or no?
Well, the people, I can tell you, the people who like the show, they don't like the sports show. Mm-hmm. The sports is because it started out a little too heavy gambling, and I could tell the people would literally skip. On YouTube, you can tell, and they would just skip to the end just to see the picks. Yeah.
Well, also, too,
or whatever.
Yeah.
And also, there's a reason why picking lane, because some people do, if you're doing every topic, some people do that topic really well somewhere else. You know, it's like, oh, we're going to do a farm show. Like, don't do farming because Farmer John does a fucking kick-ass show.
Well, and that's why farming. I saw that a lot of people were just doing this niche-y stuff that I found either so repetitive after 2 weeks of the show. Like, you're literally doing the same show. Like, you've run out of everything.
No, but then that's where you get the guests in. It changes.
Yeah, but I mean, the guests are still saying like the same shit.
Yeah, well, that's why I have all different kinds of guests. The sports and news show are always ever changing. You know, the sports show, I'm learning how to do it, so it's more of just like it's more of a once a week kind of informative show where I can still give some gambling picks.
Do you think your listeners are going to enjoy hearing the segment where we talk about the show? On the show?
Well, that's the Brian Moreno Show.
No, there are people that tune in to podcasts that want to hear about future podcasts that he's going to do.
Well, and do you know
that is a niche.
The making a this is not a podcast, the show for one. Like a podcast is just AM radio. That's all that is. It's just, and I grew up listening to AM radio. I was fascinated when I first got to see Howard Stern and someone doing radio, but in the video format, where you also had to watch it to really get everything, to get all the scents and the flavors, you know? And that to me is what
He even talks in food.
I would like to. I did a show last week, and I was talking about how fat I was. Dana Moon was on the show. And everyone was like, "Oh, you don't
get tested?
Look fat." I know it was on the Zoom.
Oh,
it was Zoom. But yeah, nobody thought I looked fat. And then I stood up to go get some food, and then everyone thought I was fat.
Well,
Wait, you got food during the middle of the podcast?
I would know. It was a Zoom show. It was a Zoom show.
Where you ate?
No, it was. We were all on Zoom, and the audience.
Well, I mean,
was there.
that's fat in itself.
It's like an hour. You couldn't go an hour without a snack break?
He's thinking of food right now.
No,
As he licks his lips.
Yeah, he's licking his lips.
No, the thing is, it's just about eating late, and then and to be honest,
I mean, go to bed at 10 then.
well, I do know.
Okay.
I do.
To avoid eating?
Yeah, a little. Well, if I go to bed and then just wake up at 7, then I don't eat till like noon or so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through that kitchen and just fucking do an overhaul.
Well,
I feel like you're hiding things. There's like you're like my mom does that.
I'm actually.
Hides snacks?
Well, she's a diabetic, and it's mostly like,
Oh.
hey, you can't. What are you doing?
Eating.
Because she would always be like, you know, check. Come on, let me check your fucking blood sugar. And I'm like, get away from me. And she'd chase me all around the house. I just want to see what yours is like. And then, but then she's like borderline. But then she would also like hide food, and she'd always go, "You're not doing drugs out there in LA, are you?" I'm like, "This is drugs. You're the drug addict. You fucking chocolate hidden there. She had chocolate in the trunk of her car.
Shut up.
My sister goes, check the trunk of her car.
Hiding cigarettes or something.
She goes, that's where she would hide the chocolate.
Oh my God.
That is
in her fucking trunk.
hilarious.
Kim's like, go check. And I'm like, you're a fucking heroin addict.
Well, I mean, anytime you say you can't have something, that's when you want it.
Yeah.
Well, it's just eating late because it sits on me. And
Have you tried intermittent fasting?
Well, that's why I say if I stop at 10, then I don't eat till like noon the next day. So it's basically 14 hours.
I don't know about intermittent fasting. I never really lost weight on that. I always plateaued.
Well, it
And I
helps
did it-
me
and I did it right.
Plateauing is healthy. You've hit a weight, so then you need to add something else onto that. But I mean, you initially lost the weight. Like, as long as you're staying consistent and not gaining weight.
Well, when I was doing intermittent fasting, say I had to get down to like
the
180,
life change.
which I did get down to 180. I lost 20 pounds in May. I was this heavy before the quarantine after Christmas.
Really?
And then remember I lost all that weight just
Sure.
being in my house and just doing things. And like I lost 20 pounds. And then my birthday hit around June. And everyone I know's birthday's in June. So everyone's doing those park birthdays. And I started fucking drinking like crazy. And it was summer. And now it's winter. And I gained 20 pounds back. So that's what I did in the COVID too.
See, and I found out that for me, I just have to break the cycle a little bit. Like if I get into the cycle of eating late, like I'll be like, oh, I'll just snack a little tonight, a little tomorrow, no. But if I stop, like I have, like my weight is flattened out. Like I'm not gaining.
You have to count your calories
Yes,
on one of those apps.
I've heard.
That's how I lost mine. The only way. Calories in, calories out.
Because I'm going to remember year in review. I'm going to remember this year because before I started comedy, that was the fattest I ever was. I was up to 220. I was very depressed.
Before you started comedy?
Yes, right before.
What? You were 10 when I met you.
Yeah.
Well, no. This was before my first year or two. You guys didn't know me. I actually started when Angela Bowers died. That month after. I never knew him or anything. But Josh Myers, right after that, right when he got his Cadillac, would take me to the open mics and stuff. But yeah, when I first started, I was 220. Got that down to about 180, and that held that for 10 years. Now I would say I'm 206, 208. I don't know.
Shit, I think I'm like 206 right now.
But see, for
the last week was just like
The holidays.
the holidays and shit. I'm like, fuck.
But see, for me, it's cardio. If I can't do cardio,
Guy lives a block from Runyon, you know.
well, no, my hernia
Yeah, what's going
and
on?
my
When a year
January
in review.
7th. Do you know the last appointment I had for the hernia? They text me the day before, call me. They're like, "Oh, you got to sign up for this med thing. We're doing a video."
Consultation?
Yeah, video appointment. I'm like, video? Don't you look at my? Don't you need your eyes to see what's wrong with my? Okay, whatever. So I get the thing, and I'm trying to show the doctor and the light. I'm trying to get the right light so he can. He's like,
It's like a fucking dirty webcam.
yeah, it is. It looks, and because
Brian beating off in front of his
it
back.
only uses like
because you don't have an iPhone.
it only uses the
because
front.
you have a shitty fucking phone.
Brian is the rich guy that has the Samsung still.
No, and I'm like, and I'm holding it, and he's
fucking
like,
up everyone's thread. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't on our comic thread. We can't post videos because they all come up small and blurry. And Brian's like,
We
no.
have no
Brian's
sense
like,
for
no,
you.
you guys, Apple's the ones that are like taking over.
I'm actually a shareholder, long time shareholder.
Well,
of
then get
Apple.
on it.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking, and a PC, it's like every PC I've had, as soon as I opened the box, it had a virus.
Well, no, it's
Well,
not
I
like
plugged
that.
it in the wall. Let's go on Hotmail, virus. It's like,
yeah.
come on, dude. Then you get Norton, and Norton is worse than the virus.
No, it's not like that anymore, though. It's the computer that I can get for the money is equally as powerful as Mac.
But
and
they've crashed. Your one crashed.
well, that wasn't some updating error.
I love listening to people try to defend.
Yeah, they try to
PCs.
defend it. It's like
Even
it's like
looked up
trying
and went,
it's like people
"Whoa,
defending
this
Trump.
No, it's
Defending a Samsung is like defending Trump.
Is better.
Well, it's just better, man. I mean, no,
Apple
there's
is
no
yeah,
evidence.
that one did get a virus, but
Apple's not bad. Okay, I
Here we
got
go.
off Apple because I have clunky thumbs, and the old
I
I
mean,
can't.
iPhone 1 and 2 were so small. Remember how
text.
small the old iPhones were?
he's like QAnon for Samsung.
What
Our
is?
phones are the exact same size.
Well, it's not like that anymore. Because remember, back in the day, the iPhone 1, and it was about being.
you mean 10 years ago?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yours
You
is
had
way
10
bigger.
years to get a new phone.
No, I mean, I never went
Jesus
back
Christ.
to it. Once I switched.
Okay, here we go. Here is 2021, my friend. We are going to get rid of the fucking snacks. No more fucking brisket
Y-
at midnight. And we're going to get you an iPhone.
Yep.
No. Okay.
It'll change your life, man.
Meaning you're going to get one for yourself.
You have stock in it.
Well, Apple's not
And I
doing
have
it.
stock in it, so
They're
please
good.
don't.
Yeah, they're a good company. Now, okay, I guess that brings me to my next thing. Well, Courtney, you didn't tell me one good thing. You guys basically said the same thing. You guys agreed.
But I think, wait, okay, here. Instead of this, we've gone through this. Let's do our goals.
Well, that's next. But Courtney didn't.
In the 19th
Because you guys
hour.
basically said the same thing. How
But that's pretty much what we had. I mean, we had.
you guys right outside. You're like, hold on, just say the same
Well,
shit.
no, I feel like as comedians, we kind of have that same kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, okay. If we're being realistic, our lives right now, especially up until the pandemic, were pretty much the same. The three of us.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The same hustle, the same route, same path. So yeah, it's going to be that we have the same, that the pandemic affected us in the same way of like giving us a pause. And I think some people saw it as a negative and some people saw it as a positive.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like, oh, in July, I split the atom, guys. You know, it's like,
well,
no, I was fucking beating off every morning and doing
Oh.
dumb videos and like just secluded and going nuts.
let me
eating.
ask you guys a question. Here's
Beating
okay.
off again.
What do you think about Pornhub taking that, removing all the unverified stuff? What do you guys think about that?
Wait, I didn't hear about that.
Okay, so Pornhub, if you're not like a verified like porn star or whatever, they took
No, because I like all the amateur stuff.
they took
Oh, they took off all the amateur stuff?
millions and millions and millions of videos.
Yeah, but I don't do Pornhub.
Okay, well, see, then it doesn't-
Pornhub is becoming the fucking Walmart of porn.
Well, Pornhub is a bunch of companies.
Go
I think,
on,
right?
go on Xvideos.
thought it was like
Xvideos is the best.
See, well, that's the thing. They took down millions of stuff, and a lot of these people who I guess were porn creators,
Yeah,
like
dude.
this has caused a rift in the business where the people are like, "What do I do now?" Because I guess they were getting money.
How does this section of your
Well, this has just happened this
Tipping
year.
No, but I mean,
Hey,
for
during-
your
yeah,
viewers.
hey,
Year in review.
So people know the bookmarks of this show. Every time we go to another thing, it goes bing and show like the little porn. You know, we know like the bookmark. Bing, porn. Now we're talking about
This
porn.
is the porn.
Well, no, I just didn't know. I just
Oh, I
didn't
like
know
that was a good
if
voice.
that. Yeah, I guess because you don't want. I'll record that. That's
Can you record it?
yeah, of course I can.
Okay,
This-
so
Does
Yeah,
it matter? Well, I'm surprised. Okay, in my mind, I'm surprised they allowed some of the shit that on there on these sites because like you don't.
It was uncensored, right?
Yeah,
but
as
verified
far
verified
as,
doesn't mean professional. I think they do that because they don't want you can't just post some shit of revenge porn. Like, say I had a video with my girlfriend, she pissed me off. I'm like, well, I'm going to post that now. I think in the old days you could just post it. Now you have to have a verification video, because I noticed that because a lot of the times, because I like to go to the what's new. But it's always.
Wait, I thought you didn't use YouPorn.
But
He's familiar with them.
Okay.
Because when you go on there, it shows the person, says like a 13-second says verification video, and it goes like, "Hi, this is me," Which I think we should.
Wait, what? The girl's like, "Hi, yes."
No, it's a verification video. I mean, like, because if you're a poster, if you post you're an amateur porn girl or whatever, and you're posting things, you got to be legit and verified. So it's every time you post something, it's like.
And so they know you're not underage.
So they know you're not underage.
Like
you're like, hey, this is me.
So it's not.
So I thought they should do that for Twitter and Instagram and shit. Be like, hey man, every time you sign up for Twitter, you have to do a verification. Like, this is Andy Kozel. I'm the one posting on here, because then when people do these fake accounts,
you don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I totally agree. I'd never thought about that until they took it down. But I'm surprised there was no verification like that before, because it's when you're dealing with.
Because revenge porn was crazy.
Yeah, seedy
not
business.
Even revenge, just somebody.
Well, I could be. I'm saying I could.
Yeah.
I could be filming. You in a bathroom as a pervert, and like I just sell it. Like you're like, hey man, I'm up there. I can't get it down. Like, somebody posted it.
I'm shocked that
they
there
must
was.
have had some legal shit go down.
Yeah, probably a ton of it.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Or protecting themselves from
all of it.
Yeah. Because I think it's absolutely incredible that it was even allowed to go as far as it was. Now, I guess this year also.
Have you seen his list? The list is like, we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here till fucking Thursday.
I'm not. You guys know. I mean, we're getting close.
Bing, bing, getting close. It says in the bottom right hand side.
Weinstein went to jail this year. That's great. I'm surprised he made it this long in jail. Now, Epstein and Maxwell. Do you think that Maxwell girl has actually? Do you think she's gonna rat people out? Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yes.
Do you think she will?
Or she goes to prison for like 60 years. Of course she's going to.
Yeah, I do think she will.
I mean,
bing, Maxwell.
Yeah, right. Like, no, that's a big story.
Yeah,
that's a big story.
Did you guys watch the documentaries?
Yeah.
But they didn't really get to. It was just all his old stuff.
Yeah, it's just all the same kind of stuff.
It was his life in Florida, right? It wasn't like the new.
But it's like she had to have seen. Like, she got to know if the Clintons. If the prince or
she's the beholder of all the knowledge. Yeah, she knows everything.
Yeah, and her husband is some like tech CEO who that just came out.
When
who
did she
was?
Get married?
She's been married.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, absolutely not.
We should do a Ghislaine Maxwell show.
Quibi, Quibi. Okay, this I'm gonna remember this in 10 years.
Quibi was gonna go under. It wasn't like people go, oh, it came out right when COVID. I go, I don't think that was a good idea.
You guys.
It was dumb. They put billions of dollars. Why don't you put billions of dollars into like a cooking network or something?
$1.7 billion, and I couldn't get.
Do you know what
20 grand.
Do you guys remember? Wasn't it Mark Saratello was doing a Quibi show at the Improv?
Was he?
Yes.
Yeah, he was doing a Quibi show, and I remember when it started, he was like, it was something like, sorry to use names, but they were paying like $150 a set for like a 5-minute set, and I'm like. Huh? Like it didn't add up.
Yeah, it didn't add up. They were just giving money like crazy.
So you got $150 out of that 1.7 bill?
Yeah.
God, I didn't get $1. That's what I'll remember in 10 years.
Well, they were just like giving people. Did they give you a show?
They didn't give me anything. I pitched to 2 different people about some bullshit.
Oh, you pitched to Quibi?
No, it wasn't. It was. I was paid.
I want to see the email back. Said just too much shit's going on.
No,
man.
I was paid.
Just too many topics.
To help write something.
You're your own Quibi.
I didn't know what it was for Quibi. I was paid to write. So it was something that was not from Quibi. It was for a pitch for Quibi, but it was for short form kind of sketch comedy. Short form sketch comedy show.
This sounds suspicious.
Good idea. No, it was a great idea.
What was that thing Steve was doing that we shot at your house? Was that Quibi? No,
it was a great idea.
No, that was a text thing. That was
yeah, no, there's a text.
Is that still going? What is that? That app that shows like.
No, man, and I'm
but it was
shocked.
like a Quibi, right?
Weird where this money comes from.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm shocked I couldn't. It was a good idea.
But I'm saying I don't think it was a good idea. I think if you're gonna give someone $1.7 billion, like get something that like a.
No, but
here's
just
an all food app.
The
Food.
people that were involved in this. I'm like,
no,
what
but
happened to this content?
Yeah, how could they not make it?
well, it was big time people. Like,
Yeah, but no one's gonna sit on their phone and watch shit that you can watch on your fucking TV.
But this is actually Andy Dick, like the guy who I was paid me the very little bit and was like, oh,
Was
this is
Andy
gonna be.
Dick?
No, it was somebody who I've seen hanging out with Andy Dick, and Andy Dick, I guess, was the guy that I wrote it for. I guess. That's what I hear. So, and he was the one who was supposed to be pitching, and I think it was all just a big lie.
To Quibi.
Yeah. And I never got
Did
no
they put
money.
Did
never
Quibi
got.
put any of the content out? Was it going at all?
I don't know.
Was it
I
launched?
never
Yes,
downloaded
It
yes.
was launched?
It was launched literally when the pandemic.
it. And it already folded?
Yes, it's already done. You can't log in. Can't done.
Stop.
So you
I'm gonna
can't.
try
So
to
they're not
log
going
in.
to try to sell that content to anybody else.
No, man. Like it's.
'Cause it's-
Kevin Hart got millions to do a
to make
Quibi
a
show.
5-minute video.
Well, no, it's like 12 or 13 parts, but each part is 5 minutes.
No, each part's 30 seconds.
Well, I think it's 5 minutes.
Quibi.
No, you can. But Kevin Hart got paid. I think he got paid 15 million or something. It's something over 10, under 20, but a big number to do like 12, 15 episodes, 5-minute episodes.
Stupid.
And that how many that maybe?
I mean, you got to enjoy Quibi. You would have had to been a really like teenager dedicated to this shit, to your phone, to be like, I'm going to pay for this when I can go to the movies, or I can go to I can just go on Instagram or YouTube.
Yeah, but you can
Why
probably
would I
look
pay
up how
for
much
this?
Kevin Hart got paid. That was crazy.
Man, everyone made off but the Quibi people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how they could blow so much money and get so little. They literally got so
Was Steven
little.
Spielberg part of it?
I mean, they had huge names. They had huge names.
Yeah, but I think those people were just putting their name out. They weren't really kind of part. They weren't. Steven Spielberg, I don't think he was making videos. Was he? Maybe. All right, guys, this is live show.
I know.
The fuck is going on with this? The fuck is going on with this show?
I wanted to
I was
see.
trying to see how much you got paid.
Yeah, there were some really big shows that just got.
You should do this live because I want to see the live comments. We should have a big board. I want to see people
Well, I
know.
do.
Why don't you do it live on
I do so-
Instagram?
No, I do it live on YouTube.
No,
And
but you should do it live on Instagram.
But you would have to have a big screen so you don't have to look at the comments.
well, to do it live on Instagram, this whole thing, it's very.
Yeah, there's a whole different way to do it.
Well, no, YouTube is, it's the most user friendly. You know, I found out that live, it's very weird the way you actually get views on YouTube anymore, because it's all people think it's you got to go subscribe to my thing, like and comment. It's literally the algorithm. That has nothing to do with that. It's their algorithm putting
YouTube?
putting you, because basically people who were just getting a few thousand views a few months ago are now getting like 200,000 because Joe Rogan removed all of his stuff from YouTube, like stuff that he said he never would. And that left a giant hole for people who were just looking for random people talking. And the algorithm has to,
The Brian Moreno Show. Random people talking.
Really?
That should be the name of your show.
What?
If you scroll, when you go to YouTube, how do you do it?
I don't go to
You
YouTube.
don't.
I'm fucking old, dude.
Oh, you don't?
No, I feel like it's an old thing.
Yeah, isn't it?
I go to
old?
YouTube all the time.
But I mean,
for
yeah, if I have,
everything.
yeah, but if I have a thing I want to go see, I'm not gonna just go.
Yeah.
I don't just fucking go in the wormhole.
Look through videos, and also because
See, I
I
do.
don't have the attention span to watch a 20-minute.
I got shit going on.
I can't. But I'm like, how to remove glue from something?
How to make fish not smell when you cook it. That's the last thing. And they didn't really tell me. They said just put lemon on it. But then someone's
I
like,
skipped through. I'm literally like, I don't want to hear your intro.
I'm so
Yeah.
surprised because you guys are talking this
because
way.
also when they do this,
I'm
Courtney,
genuinely surprised because there's tons of I sit and scroll through YouTube and that's how I find random things because their algorithm puts that in front of people.
Yeah, I've never sat down and been like, I just want to find some random things right now.
Yeah.
And that's why people.
are you a madman?
No, that
What
is.
the fuck are you talking about? You sit down on your couch with
Well,
your
what's the-
snacks
what's the
at
first thing you
midnight,
write?
And you're like,
Right? Well, you
What's
just
the first
open,
thing?
You just
open it?
the homepage of YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, this is technology, huh?
You guys, for
Yeah,
you
hey,
to
he
talk
opens up
like
like,
this, it's almost like
no,
who
you're
are
looking
you?
at us like we're the weird ones.
Yeah,
You're
because
the-
it's crazy.
Courtney, you know what YouTube does? He opens up YouTube and goes, "So you got your snacks? We got something for you. Sit back and watch what we give you." And Brian's going, "Okay." What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Yeah,
That's
exactly
so,
what you're saying.
That's so inefficient.
What do you like? What would catch? What grabs your attention when you're randomly looking? If you're
It's-
not looking for anything, you're like, is it a hot girl or is it like someone's fishing?
No,
or
the thing that would come up on mine specifically would be, it would be comedians or like podcast type shows.
That would
like
blow my head off.
Like similar to this.
I would never click on another comedian show.
Astro. Well, no, I mean, it just
I
comes up.
didn't watch comedy.
Astrophysics, like physics kind of stuff, like high level alien UFO videos, conspiracy kind of videos.
Well, now we know what we're working with.
yeah.
Yeah, of course,
You just
is
said it
this
right. You
any
just said it right
surprise?
there.
Okay, and then you go down a fucking rabbit hole from there. That I
No,
understand. Yeah.
and the thing is,
You know what you should call this podcast? Brian Moreno, you're now in the rabbit hole.
Because rabbit hole,
Because
sure.
because the rabbit hole means you go from you just going from topics to topics like.
Yeah.
So then when people, there you go, buddy.
That's actually the best name
That's-
I've
that's
heard
a
for
fucking
this
great
show
name.
yet. The rabbit hole.
The rabbit hole,
So-
because once people watch this, they go, "Wow, we really are in a rabbit hole." Like going
How
from
did
topic.
we get to this
yeah,
topic?
yeah, dude, that's
Yeah.
fucking awesome. Hey, everybody.
No, I totally agree. But the thing is, a lot of people, believe it or not, Courtney, did watch Joe Rogan on YouTube. Just the
Oh,
clips,
no.
Joey
Absolutely,
Diaz.
Joe Rogan,
and,
yeah.
And now that content has been removed, they have to fill those blank holes with new stuff.
To put in people's feeds, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
because a lot of people, not you two included, do just go to YouTube to see random things, to see people's sports picks or to see comedians talking about nothing, to see what other people's year in review may be.
Like maybe because I'm a comic and we're kind of hate comedy in a sense, but it's like I just don't understand people's like obsessions with like one comic or like one thing. Or like I just got to see everything of this person. It's like they don't want to branch off, or it's like I got to see every single thing this guy talks about. It's like what's the people are such fanatics, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like I can't even watch other people's comedy anymore. I'm like,
Well,
I'll watch something that's like, okay, you got to watch this, is great, but I'm not just gonna be like going through Netflix going like, this is fucking horse shit. This, or it's like, this is crazy. This is like, or just anything that's on, because we're so burned out seeing it every night. So it's
Yeah.
like, I can't see any more of this.
I don't watch anyone's comedy.
You don't watch comedy specials?
Here and there.
Maybe I watch some of Chappelle's.
Yeah. Those are none of the new ones that have come out?
Like, give me an example.
I don't know, like anybody's. Eric Griffin's.
No, but I would watch Eric's.
Yeah, I watch my friends.
I would watch Eric's. No, I mean, there's most people.
But some of those New York guys, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to watch this guy's shit. It's
Yeah.
like,
I wouldn't watch just anyone's comedy special.
Yeah.
Like, not most.
but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Like some people just go like, I'm going to the stand-up section, and I'm just gonna go through a wormhole of 8 hours of just like, okay, I'll watch this guy's shit.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Go run.
Well, I do watch
Go
a lot.
outside.
But I watch YouTube videos about people's stock analysis. People's
This is
blow my head
this
off.
is the
They're
rabbit. This is the
financial
rabbit hole.
advisors.
The
Like-
rabbit hole.
Well, you just
Okay.
got out of the rabbit hole. He's like,
Yes.
let's get back in.
No. But I'm just thinking of all
Yeah,
the.
that's how you can start your shows. You're like, all right, welcome to the rabbit hole. This is with Brian Moreno. We're gonna start here, and we're gonna see if my 3 guests can get out of the rabbit hole by the end of the episode. All right, first topic.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what a year in review episode is for sure. And now, okay, what is then for next year? What do you got? Yeah, that's it. 15 minutes. We're done.
We got, what are my
What did 90 minutes. I
resolutions?
told you 15 minutes, right? 90
Oh,
minutes?
It's a 90-minute show. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is the question?
What are you going to do? Like,
What are your goals?
What is 2021 going to bring for Courtney?
I've got a lot of things I want to do. I have a one-woman show that I
Good.
had been putting together for years in my brain, like the same, kind of the same thing you guys were talking about, that I'm finally done with, and I'm gonna put it up in a theater and hopefully take it to New York. And
when do you think you'll be able to have audience members?
I'm gonna find a way by March to get
Goals
people in a theater. Yeah,
milestones.
yeah. And I'm also working on a project with a friend from the Actor Studio that we're writing together. Yeah.
James Lipton passed this year. That's a year in review. Rabbit hole piece of. He's very, very. He affected me greatly. I've cried through his interviews a few different times.
He was great at what he did. Yeah.
Yes, a few different times.
Although I didn't like that fucking dumb questionnaire he would do. Even though he's from, he's like, this is from, blah blah blah. He's like the most famous French questionnaire guy. Here's his amazing questionnaire, and then he go, what is your favorite color? And I'm like, what? This is the fucking amazing. He goes, what do you like to eat?
So it says
where do you like to walk? You're like, dude, well, this is the worst questionnaire ever. What's your favorite curse word? Fuck.
Yeah.
No, like as a child, that would be one of the things I would watch his interview shows, and because I think I would watch it with my mother because she liked him very much, and his interviewing and the depth, I was always fascinated with that type of one-on-one real talk.
Yeah.
And that
I like that stuff, like the Letterman show I was watching the other night, or Comedians in Cars. I like to see people talk in their real time.
Unscripted, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's also why I don't edit.
I think that's why people like
Seriously.
podcasts too. You know, it's like
and
radio will never die. You know, it's like this is radio now.
Yeah, basically, this is a radio show that you watch. You know, because I do have visuals.
Yeah. Oh, and for the first time in my life, I might be moving in with someone. That's a huge one.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wow, congratulations. So, and when you say might
so
be.
So non-committal, I'm like, I might.
Yeah, this sounded totally like a premature applause once I digested how you actually said it.
Well, actually, it's kind of circumstantial, but I'm definitely not renewing
like
my
if this
lease.
Eviction happens.
Because there's
like
no...
I'm gonna.
Oh, see, with girls, there's always an underlying thing. It's like, well, we're in love, but my lease is coming up, so. You know, it's like there's always some
really
bullshit.
No, I might move. I could move to another place. I could also put my stuff in storage at my parents' house. I'm from LA, so my parents are here.
So come March, we're going to do another podcast, the recap of Courtney goes, yeah, that didn't work out.
So
we're still talking, but we have our separate places now.
Stop it. We are. We're going to move.
It's really hard to live with somebody.
So
I know.
So
I've never done it.
How long have you been together?
10 months.
Okay. Okay. This is when I live with someone, my one rule is you immediately find things out about someone, like their cleanliness, like their late night,
their meat consumption,
snack attacks, meat consumption. Now, it's a matter of if you can overlook some of the weird habits that we all have, that we just have in our own place. The things that we like this in this place, and when it's out, it drives us crazy. Whatever.
Yeah.
If you can get over that kind of little stuff, then it's cool.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just a matter of you can live within proximity of someone, and those little things, those are the ones that are going to chafe your ass quicker than, and you know, it's like, why is the toilet paper always gone, or whatever. You know, how do you go through a roll in 6 hours?
Well, I think the biggest thing, I really like to be alone, and he really likes to be alone. So it actually makes us like a good pair, because we're both like not trying to get away from each other, but we're both like very comfortable not always being together.
I wouldn't mind. I just feel like marriage, like I wanted to have separate beds. You know, like it's like not a weird thing.
My parents never slept together.
See, it's almost like
I'm in the same room.
Like girlfriends that I've had, they're fucking
still married.
Like I mean, an old girlfriend I had, she like always wanted to like sleep on my chest, and like her face like this, go like, good night. I go, I can't fucking breathe with you on me right now. She's like, what? Am I too heavy? I go, no, your carbon dioxide is going in my face. And she goes, well, I'm comfortable. I'm like, I'm not.
Carbon dioxide.
It's fucking gross.
And you guys live together?
No, but you know they always want to sleep over. It's like fucking. They always want to sleep over.
Now,
Come on, let me sleep over. Like, fuck. It's not that I don't like you.
now, did he suggest it or did you?
Yeah.
He did? Good.
See, we need to do a relationship show.
Yeah, well, no, I just thought maybe she was breaking it to him on the Brian Moreno show. Like,
Hey, you
would
gotta
you
listen to this.
skip to 1:13?
Yeah.
That's what the 15-minute marker is. Right here. Mark, make the
Yeah,
notes.
he's like, what am I listening for? Stock tips? No, keep listening.
No, keep going. It's after
James
the rabbit
Lipton?
hole stuff.
James Lipton? No. After James Lipton.
It's right after.
No, we'll have to do a follow-up episode.
Now, Andy, 2021.
I want to sell these scripts. That's my big thing.
And you have
Finally
two.
going-
You have two?
Two. And then I'm wrote one with Steve that we're finishing up now. But
Are both of them with Steve?
no, one's by myself. One's with my friend Dave, who already sold one to Screen Gems years ago.
So right now, how are people pitching things? Do you guys have any idea?
Over Zoom.
It's all.
It's all over
God,
Zoom.
that's
all
got.
the networks are doing Zoom.
But also too,
meetings.
it's like, fuck, man. If you don't live in this fucking town, good luck, because it's like years and years of meeting, and it's weird that like the people that are helping you out are like, I didn't even think that they would, it's not the real. It's like, fuck, I met this guy years ago, and like he's the one helping me out that knows.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous, man. So if you don't live here, it's like, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, if you don't already have the connections right
Yeah.
now, like
And your
there's
connections.
no new relationships being made.
Yeah, there's
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
your connections are
Yeah,
like things that you've been doing for the last fucking 15 years, like, and
Yeah.
those people are helping you and fighting for you, and
Yeah, I mean, I hope when the film is done, I probably still have another 2 months worth of work. I mean, it's about 3 months behind right now. But I hope that the connections that I do have are still even viable, because you know how many people I know that have moved or
So many people.
or
have
just
moved,
called it in, or like they got their furlough and they just never got a job again.
Yeah.
what does furlough mean? It means you get let off without being let off because of COVID.
Isn't it? I thought furlough was like it's temporarily you don't work for.
Yeah,
and then
you
when things
can
pick
collect
back up-
unemployment, but they say when they hire again, you have your job.
Oh.
That's right. Like you have.
Like, we didn't fire you, but you can come back.
Because
on
you
board.
can't collect unemployment unless you're fired or unless you're unemployed. So it's like a pause.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I don't know how some. I mean, my guess is August when we start to see comedy clubs kind of going again, like the way, because like right now. In Vegas, they're doing the show the 25%, 50% full. The Vegas shows at the Tropicana. I can't imagine how weird that is.
but that's the thing too. It's like who. It's back to that comedy fanatic of people. Do people just want to see comedy? It's like even now, like in Florida, those places are open, or in Texas, but it's like in Arizona, like even if I was there, I wouldn't want to go see comedy. I'm like, I don't want to sit in a fucking room.
Before COVID, people didn't want to go see comedy.
Yeah, it's like you want to see comedy that bad, you're gonna fucking sit in a room with a bunch of people that could or may or not have COVID. You have to be a denier, right? You'd have to be like, well, I don't think it's fucking real. So
I still think about how the improv. I used to have the amazing that Tuesday show that I would do once a month.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was
a sweet
awesome. It
time.
was the early Tuesday. I had it going regularly, and then all of a sudden, new management comes in, and they just, we'll just give.
Oh wait, we did do a last show in 2019.
Yes, we did in 2019. I have a photo
a
of
fun
us doing the
show, yeah.
cheers.
Yeah.
Yes, you thought I was withholding information when I wouldn't send it to you immediately. Don't deny me. I had a photo, and she said to me, "Send it to me," like I was driving home from Brea.
Mm-hmm.
She, "Don't deny me this moment." I'm like, I'm driving.
kind of document.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, well, people forget. I mean, I've had you're on stage like, oh my god, he had a good camera. Like, dude, send me those pictures. Send me those pictures. Like, I will, dude. Like, no, you're not. Fucking send them now because you're gonna forget.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I erased them. That's so fucking assholes out
no,
there.
everything is on the cloud now. So yeah, sell those scripts, Andy. I would love to see you sell one of those.
Also, too,
scripts.
one of them is a horror movie, and it's the one that I've really been pushing, the one I wrote myself. So it's a ghost story, and but I've always loved horror movies and all that stuff growing up. So like, I kind of I always want to get in that space,
Yeah, we have to do the horror short. I want to do a horror short with this camera.
We did our little fun one.
That was fun.
Actually, that was excellent. I told you that was very well done, and that's the kind of stuff that you should have.
Yeah, but that was made in fucking 2 seconds.
No, but that's the kind of stuff.
Instagram thing, you know.
For a short while, they were handing money out for people to make content for the phones. Like that was the Quibi money.
Well, true. I mean that was
very
that was
well
my big
done.
Quibi moment.
Yeah, it was. That was well done. No, I mean, and I think this has been 90 minutes. Does it feel like, or does it feel like hours?
I think
does
I need
it feel
to
like
shave.
4 hours?
No, it's fine.
No, 90 minutes. I told you, like, yes, you guys.
This is the rabbit hole. I think this is the first episode of the rabbit hole. I really think he should call it that.
I do.
Because what the hell do you call it? The Brian Moreno Show?
Yeah, well, because for lack of a better name, the rabbit hole. I think
the rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole with Brian Moreno.
Yeah, with Brian Moreno. You can still put your fucking vanity up there.
No, it's not the vanity. It's. I had to get a name out.
But it's gonna be a rabbit hole with like an alien.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, the rabbit hole with Brian Moreno. You know, you can barely read the rabbit hole.
No, that's a great. That's.
I think that's it. I think he nailed it.
So this is how things become.
You know, exactly. And I expected.
And I think this is a very good first episode. So here, before you fucking blow your load and fucking post it within 2 seconds of doing this, fucking have some thought and be like, hey, should we plug this as the first episode of, you know?
No, because then I got to rebrand it and everything, but I will. I mean, did you understand?
What do you mean, like change all the back shit? Every episode will be
you don't need rebranding.
No, it won't. It won't be this. I won't have this thing on. You know, like this will be. You understand?
That looks like a rabbit hole.
That looks like that's what a rabbit hole is.
Well, no, I mean
it has to do with all that stuff.
Well, I would switch the end so you don't.
Look, man, I don't think people out in the fucking YouTube sphere give a fuck about you rebranding. I don't think there's one guy gonna be like, dude,
well, no, this
you caught me off guard, man. What show is this? I thought it was Brian Moreno Show.
Literally re-edit that yourself. Just take out that last line.
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh yeah, I can. I can make something for you at the end.
Yeah.
Just put the rabbit hole with Brian Moreno.
The rabbit hole show.
And then, hey, during this, Brian, hey, audience.
Rabbit hole show.
Wait, play that again, and then you can have a little rabbit bouncing through each scene, looking. You know, so you keep the alien shit you have, and have a little rabbit. You're following the rabbit to the end.
Have Brian in a little bunny suit
Yeah.
hopping through everyone.
Because look, the rabbit's going through there. Because the rabbit's going through each scene, and that's the rabbit
you
hole.
have to stick with the theme of Moreno's face being, so he has to be the bunny head.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a complicated edit. Like you guys.
No, it's not. Here's what. This is 2020 Brian talking. We need 2021 Brian. Fucking
out with the old.
Dude, you're stuck in your ways right now.
I have to say, this was a lot of fun and a very fast 90 minutes. And we did actually review.
We did the thing.
I got information out of you like I wanted. And I have to say, you two are some of the friends I'm very thankful for. So before we do get too far down the rabbit hole, I do want to thank both of you for coming and your friendship. And Hazel says the same. And I hope for a wonderful new year for all of you. I really do. Like, you guys are absolutely wonderful. Thanks. This is one of my New Year's shows because there's a lot has happened this year, you know. And
you're not going to post this now?
I'm going to post it right away, immediately.
Of course he is.
Of course, immediately. No, this is what the people want. You guys are amazing.
And actually send him your comments about my idea for the rabbit hole, and please tell him to do it right away.
No, and that's Andy Kozel. That's Courtney Scheuerman. I've been Brian Moreno. Thank you guys so much.